I accidentally discovered that I can hear the Emperor's thoughts. When officials smile and flatter one another, his voice echoes in my head.
Idiots! You've already been cheated on, and you're still calling him your brother.
When he reviews memorials, I hear him thinking.
Unbelievable. Is something wrong with this Grand Admiral? He asks me every single day whether I eat mangoes. I don't eat mangoes. I'm allergic to mangoes.
On the dragon bed, his thoughts turn even worse.
I specifically wore underclothes embroidered with tiny dragons today. Once they come off, the Empress is definitely going to love it.
I couldn't help muttering to myself. This is beyond absurd.
Hi there, welcome to Moonlit Love Stories. Hope you're having a nice day or night. Let's jump into the story.
At the palace banquet, after a few cups of wine, I sat there feeling bored, watching the Left Chancellor and the Minister of Personnel on the floor below exchange exaggerated compliments. Suddenly, a voice rang out beside my ear, his thoughts.
Idiot. He's already wearing a green hat, and he's still calling that man his brother.
I froze. Who said that? Beside me, apart from the palace maid refilling my wine, there was only Emperor Peiyou. Instinctively, I turned my head to look at him.
What is it, Empress?
Peiyou's expression was calm, as he lifted an eyebrow slightly. His natural nobility and restraint were impossible to miss. Maybe I misheard. I gave a small shake of my head and was about to speak, when that voice sounded again, his thoughts returning clearly.
Why is the Empress suddenly looking at me? Did she notice how especially handsome I look today? This damn banquet is so annoying. Why isn't it over yet? I want to hurry back and kiss the Empress.
So it really was him. A flicker of shock crossed my eyes.
Are you feeling unwell, Empress?
Peiyou frowned slightly, concern slipping unconsciously into his voice. I parted my lips.
It's nothing. I've just had a little too much to drink.
I had no idea why I could suddenly hear Peiyou's inner thoughts, but I decided not to reveal it for now. Peiyou nodded expressionlessly and said nothing more, but I knew he was anything but quiet inside. His thoughts continued.
The censor didn't come to court today. I heard he secretly went to a brothel last night, and got caught by his wife. She beat him so badly he couldn't get out of bed. TSK. Poor guy, married a tigress that, unlike my Jean, are gentle, obedient, soft, especially that slim waist.
My breath caught, and I choked on the wine. Cough, cough.
Careful, Empress.
Peiyou gently patted my back as he reminded me. I looked at him with complicated eyes and nodded.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
His thoughts surfaced again.
Why is the Empress looking at me like that? She's acting strange today. Did she find out about the beauties the officials offered?
My hand paused slightly as I wiped my lips. Peiyou and I grew up together. Since his ascension to the throne and my coronation as Empress, no matter how much the officials urged him, he had never taken concubines. After enduring it for so long, it would be normal for him to want them now. After all, which emperor didn't have a harem of thousands? But I quickly realized, I was wrong. His thoughts burst out irritably.
This is so annoying. Why are those officials obsessed with me taking concubines every single day, eating radishes and worrying about meat that isn't theirs? I'm not a breeding stallion. Sleeping at the third watch, rising at the fifth, reviewing endless memorials sent by that damn Grand Admiral at full speed, just to ask whether I eat mangoes. I don't eat mangoes. I'm allergic to mangoes. Don't my kidneys deserve respect? How could I possibly handle that many women? If I don't take care of myself now, what if the Empress dislikes me later? Should I tell the Empress about the gifted beauties? This is troublesome. I kind of want to see Jeaner get jealous, but I'm also afraid she'll be angry. What if she won't let me into the room?
My face burned. Afraid I'd lose composure if I stayed any longer, I stood up.
Your Majesty, I'm feeling tired. I'd like to return first.
Peiyou raised an eyebrow.
You're tired? Then I'll accompany you back.
His thoughts exploded with excitement.
Finally, this damn banquet is ending. I can go back and hug and kiss the Empress. I specifically wore underclothes embroidered with tiny dragons today. Once they come off, she's definitely going to love them.
I felt utterly speechless that in my heart I thought, don't be ridiculous. I reminded Peiyou that the ministers were still present. He frowned slightly.
Then the Empress should return and rest first. I'll come later.
I finally let out a breath of relief, but the moment I turned around, his irritated thoughts followed me.
I swear, can't these people just go home and drink with their own wives? Talk, talk, talk. What is there to talk about? Isn't daily court enough for them? What kind of useless banquet is this? It's stopping me from going back to sleep with the Empress. Cancel it next year.
Me, speechless again. I was awakened by Peiyu's kiss. By the time I realized what was happening and instinctively swung my hand, it was already too late. I opened my mouth, about to apologize, when his thoughts slipped into my mind again.
Why isn't the Empress saying anything? Did I wake her by kissing her? Is she angry? Also, why is the Empress's hand so soft?
Peiyu's gaze lingered obsessively on my hand.
I want to do that again,
he said softly. I wanted to say, don't be ridiculous. I pulled my hand back under the blanket.
Has your Majesty finished dealing with the ministers?
Yes.
He nodded.
I also cancelled all unnecessary palace banquets going forward. It'll help reduce court expenses.
As he spoke, there was a barely concealed hint of expectation in his eyes. His thoughts immediately betrayed him.
This way I'll have way more time to stick close to the Empress. What do? I'm amazing. How can there be a ruler as wise and brilliant as me in this world? Why hasn't the Empress praised me yet? Praise me. Empress, hurry up and praise me.
At that point, I'd given up reacting. His thoughts shifted abruptly.
Sigh. Since the Empress won't reward me on her own, I'll just have to reward myself. How many times should I reward myself today?
Warm breath brushed against my skin that I knew exactly what kind of reward he was thinking of. I grabbed the hand, undoing my inner robe.
Your Majesty, I heard the palace servants discussing it today. Since your ascension, the lives of the common people have greatly improved. They all praise you as a wise ruler. I believe so too.
Peiyu raised his brows slightly.
The Empress flatters me.
But his thoughts were already spiraling.
Ah, the Empress praised me as a wise ruler. So happy. In that case, I'll lightly reward myself 7 times today.
Me. Who taught you how to reward yourself like this? Are you trying to die? His thoughts grew even more unrestrained.
The Empress's lips are so soft and fragrant. Maybe I won't attend morning court tomorrow. I want to stay in bed and do shameful things with the Empress.
The next day, supporting my sore waist as I got out of bed, I firmly refused Peiyu's request for, one more time, and sighed in disappointment.
Your Majesty, as the ruler of a nation, how can you indulge in desire all the time? You should devote more energy to governing the realm. Only then can you achieve unification sooner.
Peiyu stared at me without blinking. His thoughts wavered.
Does the Empress truly think that?
I nodded calmly.
Of course. When your Majesty becomes renowned through the ages, I'll be able to bask in that glory as well.
For some reason, his mood suddenly dropped. Then I heard his thoughts.
Why is the Empress emotionally manipulating me? She used to say she liked being with me the most. Oh, does she not love me anymore?
His irritation spilled over almost immediately.
This damn memorial. Who's the idiot who submitted this? A common woman returned lost money. Something this trivial needs to be reported to me. Do I look that idle? What's wrong with that Grand Admiral? I already said I'm allergic to mangoes. Is he trying to poison me with mangoes? I'd better investigate him thoroughly. Damn it, I don't want to do this anymore. I can't review these stupid memorials for even one more day. So annoying. Why doesn't the Empress want to cling to me anymore? No. Tomorrow I'll have the National Preceptor calculate our love compatibility. I need to know how many stars we have.
I don't know whether the National Preceptor's result was good or bad. All I know is, he resigned and went home the very next day. Not long after, a notice recruiting a new National Preceptor was posted. Applicants flooded the palace. I hinted vaguely to Peiyu that perhaps he could also take a few concubines while he was at it. The moment my words fell, Peiyu froze. His thoughts collapsed in panic.
The Empress actually wants me to take concubines. Has she really grown tired of me? What should I do, damn it? I don't even want to live anymore.
I genuinely didn't know what to say that I hadn't expected my words to hit him so hard. Just as I was about to comfort him, his eyes suddenly turned sharp and hostile. His thoughts grew fierce.
Who the hell is secretly stealing my woman? Is it that brat from the Duke's manor? He grew up knowing the Empress too. I knew he had bad intentions. He kept staring at her at the last banquet. Or was it those people applying to be National Preceptor? I remember a few of them were pretty good looking. Maybe they've been secretly seducing the Empress behind my back.
I felt my expression freeze. Lost in his own suspicions, Peiyu completely lost his mind at court. On the first day, he scolded the officials who urged him to expand the harem, telling them that if they had nothing better to do, they should resign and go farm. On the second day, he pointed at an elderly minister who had just taken a concubine and mocked him for having no shame at his age. On the third day, he summoned the Grand Admiral who kept sending mangoes to the capital. The man ran over cheerfully, thinking he was about to be promoted, only to be forced to eat an entire crate of mangoes. He returned home pale and trembling. Peiyu looked ready to destroy everyone in his path. Even I wasn't spared. At night, he buried his face in my neck, his voice low and depressed as he asked again and again,
Has the Empress grown tired of me?
I had no words. He bit my neck lightly, sounding aggrieved.
Are all women like this? Once they have you, they stop cherishing you?
I didn't even know how to respond. In the end, Peiyu kissed me softly and muttered, muffled,
Empress, I don't want anyone else.
At last, reality proved one thing true. A man's words are nothing but sweet lies. News of Peiyu taking a new beauty spread through the entire palace in no time. That night, assuming Peiyu wouldn't be coming over, I had the lamps extinguished early and went to bed, until the window was suddenly pushed open. He climbed in. Before I could react, he kissed me until I was breathless. His thoughts flooded in immediately.
Why is the Empress so beautiful even when she's asleep? She's completely mesmerizing me, duh. The Empress's hands are so soft. Must kiss them. Huh. What's this? Bury it once. Huh. What's this? Bury it again. Even the Empress's feet are this pretty. I want to.
I really wanted to say, don't be absurd. Unable to tolerate it any longer, I pulled my foot back and locked eyes with the stunned Peiyu.
Why didn't your majesty go to the newly taken beauty?
Peiyu's eyes instantly lit up. His thoughts erupted with excitement.
How does the Empress know I took a new beauty? Is she jealous? Oh, I knew it. The Empress still loves me. What should I do? Should I explain it to her? But the Empress looks so cute when she's jealous. Fine. I admit it. I'm a greedy man. I swear I'll only be indulgent this one time.
I stared at Peiyu with mixed emotions. How did I never realize before that he had so much inner drama? Completely unaware that his thoughts had sold him out entirely, Peiyu said calmly,
I took her for my own reasons.
After speaking, he quickly glanced at me. His thoughts betrayed his anxiety.
Was my tone too cold? Did I make the Empress sad? Empress, hurry up and say you're jealous. I'll explain everything immediately. Woo, say it already, say it already. I'm begging you.
I yawned, pulled the blanket over myself and said,
If that's the case, your majesty should rest early as well.
It wasn't that I didn't want to listen, that I just knew that if Peiyu realized I was jealous, I wouldn't get any sleep tonight. Peiyu. He frowned.
Empress, I took a new beauty.
Oh.
His frown deepened sharply.
Empress, I find that beauty rather interesting.
Oh.
His brows knit so tightly they could crush a fly.
Empress, are you really not angry?
Oh. I'm not angry.
Peiyu. His thoughts exploded.
Damn it. The Empress isn't angry at all. I'm furious. I'm going to punish her severely.
I stared at him, speechless. Wait. Suddenly, I felt like, maybe I should be angry. Peiyu wasn't wrong. The new beauty was indeed interesting. When she came to pay her respects, a palace maid asked why she didn't kneel upon seeing me. She gave a faint smile, her expression proud as she spoke.
All people in this world are equal. Why should I kneel?
The maid looked shocked. The new beauty, however, gazed at her with pity, her thoughts written plainly on her face.
People of your era are truly pitiful, willingly becoming servants and slaves.
Then she turned her sharp words toward me.
You were merely born into a good family, but I, Ningjiji, kneel only to heaven, to earth, and to my parents. I will never kneel to anyone else.
I looked at her, smiled lightly, and said nothing. Pei was right. The new beauty was truly interesting. It had been a long time since I'd seen someone so completely unaware of death, that I was so amused that I even ate 2 extra bowls at lunch, which left me overly full, and forced me to take a walk in the Imperial Garden. By coincidence, Peiyu and the new beauty were there as well, because the moment I stepped into the garden, I heard his impatient thoughts.
I swear, is this woman sick? It's scorching hot and she insists on flying kites. I want to chop her legs off. I heard she went to greet the Empress today. Not kneeling was one thing. She even said everyone is equal. I worked my ass off to sit above 10,000 people. If everyone's equal, what's the point of me sitting on this throne? So damn annoying. All because of this idiot. I don't even have the face to show myself to the Empress today. I miss the Empress so much. Maybe I should sneak into her bed tonight.
Even though I already knew Peiyu had 2 faces, hearing this still made my steps falter slightly.
Who's there?
Peiyu turned his head toward me, his eyes lighting up in surprise. His thoughts instantly panicked.
Oh, when did the Empress get here? Huh. Why is the Empress walking so strangely? Last night, was I really that rough?
Do you seriously have no self-awareness at all? I rolled my eyes inwardly. The very next second, Ningjiji suddenly dropped the kite and ran over, linking her arm with Peiyu's. Peiyu's expression stiffened. He instinctively lifted his head to look at me. His thoughts went berserk.
Is this woman insane? Why the hell did she suddenly run over instead of flying the kite? And she's grabbing my arm. Empress, look at this. Hurry up and slap her twice. Warn her not to touch me. Ooh, I'm tainted.
The expectation in Peiyu's gaze nearly drowned me. His thoughts were on the verge of collapse.
Why isn't the Empress reacting yet? Woo. The new national preceptor clearly said the Empress's love for me today was 5 stars. Did he lie to me?
Unable to endure it any longer, Peiyu forcefully pulled his hand back. Then he looked at Ningjiji with an indulgent expression and said,
Why did you stop flying it?
Only I saw the deep disgust and impatience in his eyes. His thoughts were vicious.
Damn it, you're the one who wanted to fly the kite, and now you're the one not flying it. If you weren't still youthful, I'd have you flayed alive. So annoying. Can't I just be alone with the Empress?
Ningjiji glanced at me, then smiled lightly.
I'm tired. Let's go back.
Under Peiyu's sleeve, the veins on the back of his hand bulged.
All right.
But his thoughts were screaming.
Go back my ass. I haven't even said a single word to the Empress yet. I really want to punch you to death. Damn it. This kind of life is unbearable even for one more day.
I saw it clearly. Ningjiji turned her head, hooking Peiyu's arm, and shot me a provocative smile. Peiyu's apparent favor quickly made her the center of attention. Not long after, word spread that Ningjiji had composed a stunning poem titled Bring in the Wine that IT swept through the capital, earning admiration from countless scholars and young talents, who praised her as an extraordinary woman. Boxes upon boxes of tribute jewelry were sent to her residence. Everyone believed I had fallen out of favor. Worried, father arranged for my younger half-sister to enter the palace to help me. Though not related by blood, we were very close. So when I heard she had gotten into a dispute with Ningjiji by the lake, I rushed over immediately.
Teach, you ancient people are so fragile.
Ningjiji sneered.
I just pushed you a little and you fell to the ground. Do you know? In our era, behavior like yours is called green tea acting.
I didn't understand what green tea meant, but I could tell it wasn't a compliment. I helped my frail younger sister up.
Are you all right? I'm fine.
She shook her head, then whispered to me.
Elder sister, there's something wrong with her. I suspect that poem wasn't written by her either. Be careful.
Bring in the Wine was, of course, not written by Ningju Aishai. That IT was by Li Bai. Ningjiji snorted.
Your Majesty the Empress, your sister clearly has designs on Peiyu. I suggest you be careful, or one day your position will be stolen.
I raised my brows and smiled.
Don't you have designs on Peiyu as well?
My words made her flush red. She lifted her chin and sneered.
I'm not like you ancient women. I refuse to share a man with other women. What I want is one man for one lifetime.
You want to be Empress?
I asked. She shrugged.
I simply think I'm more qualified than you to sit in that position. I can give Peiyu something better.
I had no idea where her confidence came from. Supporting my sister, I turned to leave.
You can say that directly to Peiyu, I said lightly. Tell him to depose me.
From that day on, Ningjiji and I became sworn enemies. She couldn't deal with me, but somehow learned that my sister had entered the palace to become a consort, and began targeting her instead, until one day, a maid came rushing in with news. Ningjiji had pushed my sister into the lake. I hurried over and pulled my sister out of the water. Trembling, she pressed close to my ear and whispered,
Elder sister, don't be afraid. I'm fine. Father already planned everything.
I held her tightly without saying a word and summoned the imperial physician. While I stepped away briefly to change clothes, Peiyu had already collapsed against the door, crying. His thoughts were frantic and unhinged.
How could the Empress fall into the water? You useless trash. How were you guarding her? I'll count to 3. If the Empress doesn't wake up, I'll die with her. I'll leave you without an emperor. All of you eat yourselves round and fat, and are utterly useless. I'll have every one of you executed. Oh. Empress, don't leave me.
I let him continue his performance. The physician, probably seeing the usually cold, stoic emperor cry like this for the first time, trembled as he hurriedly explained.
Your Majesty, the Empress is truly fine. The one who fell into the water was the Empress's younger sister.
Peiyu. His face went expressionless, fury and embarrassment barely contained.
Do you believe I won't execute all of you?
I walked over and grabbed him by the hair.
Shut up. Stop causing trouble.
Peiyu froze, then suddenly lunged forward and rubbed against me like a large dog.
Jeaner.
My heart softened.
All right. Stop crying. Your Majesty.
I lowered my voice.
People are watching. Stop crying. Cry again and I'll kiss you.
Peiyu, wow. I was speechless. Fortunately, my younger sister was unharmed. I sent her back to the general's residence to recuperate, then went to the dungeon to see Ningjiji. On the very day she pushed my sister into the lake, my father had already submitted a memorial, and she was thrown into the underground prison. By now, Ningjiji had been tortured until she barely looked human. The moment she saw me, she lunged forward like a starving beast, hatred blazing in her eyes.
You bitch. Your sister framed me. You're the Empress of the realm, yet you let your sister use such despicable tricks. Have you no shame?
I laughed at her.
And yet you couldn't even win against the most despicable of tricks.
She continued hurling curses at me. Looking at her twisted, ugly face, I suddenly asked,
Does Li Bai know you've been using his poetry to deceive the world?
Fear flashed across Ninjiji's face.
You're also a transmigrator?
I wasn't, but one of my closest friends was. Unlike Ningjiji, she wasn't foolish. Long ago, she had already traveled the world freely. Of course, I didn't tell Ningjiji any of that. Just as I turned to leave, a cloth was suddenly pressed over my mouth and nose. When I opened my eyes again, a scarred, vicious face filled my vision.
Long time no see, Miss Rome.
I looked at him and curved my lips slightly.
7th Prince.
Pei Lang raised his brows in surprise.
I didn't expect Miss Rome to still remember me.
Before I could respond, Pei Lang grabbed my throat, eyes filled with venom.
Of course you would remember me. After all, I ended up like this thanks to you and Peiyu. I brought down the crown prince. Yet I lost to a bastard no one favored. I was forced to destroy my own face just to escape you. Didn't expect it, did you? In the end, you still fell into my hands. And really, I have to thank that idiot Ningjiji. Without her, it wouldn't have been so easy to capture you.
Only when I was gasping for breath did Pei Lang release me, laughing.
Don't worry. I won't kill you so easily. You're the woman Peiyu loves most. I need you alive to help me reclaim everything.
Chaos erupted outside. Pei Lang's smile grew even more unrestrained.
Looks like kidnapping you was worth it. See, Peiyu found us so quickly.
Whether from overconfidence or sheer arrogance, Pei Lang didn't even bother tying my hands or feet. He simply dragged me outside. We were already completely surrounded by Peiyu's men. Peiyu glanced at me once, then said to Pei Lang,
Let her go. I'll let you leave.
Pei Lang gave a cold, ambiguous laugh.
Where's Ningjiji?
Dead.
Pei Lang burst into laughter.
I sent her into the palace back then, intending for her to work with me from the inside and find a chance to kill you. Who would have thought that idiot would later tell me she'd fallen in love with you and wanted to betray me? Still, in the end, she delivered your Empress straight into my hands. That counts as completing her final task.
Peiyu looked impatient, clearly unwilling to listen further.
Pei Lang, I'll say it one last time. Release my Empress and I won't kill you.
But I want to kill you.
Hatred twisted Pei Lang's features.
You want to save your Empress? Fine. Cripple both your arms and I'll release her.
Peiyu frowned.
Are you sure you don't want me to finish writing the abdication decree before I cripple them?
Pei Lang had clearly never seen someone rush to abdicate. He froze, then laughed wildly.
I never imagined you'd love this woman so deeply. In that case, I'll fulfill your wish.
I looked at Peiyu.
Don't spare him.
For the first time, Peiyu didn't listen to me. He had ink, brush, and paper brought over and swiftly drafted the abdication decree. Ecstasy flashed through Pei Lang's eyes as he stepped forward. I pulled out my hairpin and drove it viciously into the back of his neck. As Peiyu rushed forward to hold me, I sighed.
Your Majesty, you mustn't be soft-hearted.
Peiyu replied in a muffled voice.
I know, but I didn't dare take the risk.
I looked at Pei Lang, clutching his neck in disbelief, and kicked him away. Then kindly I resolved his confusion.
You call Ningjiji stupid, but are you really any better? My father is the Grand General who safeguards the nation. I grew up at his side. Did you really think I was some fragile woman incapable of fighting?
Regret flashed through Pei Lang's eyes as he spoke in broken gasps.
You deliberately went to see Ningjiji in the dungeon, just to be captured by me.
Yes, even my sister falling into the water was meant to lure you out.
From the very first day Ning Jiji entered the palace, Peiyu and I already knew her identity. After confirming she possessed no real ability, we had planned to use her to draw Pei Lang out. But father thought we were moving too slowly and directly had my sister enter the palace to assist me. Once Ning Jiji pushed my sister into the lake, the charge of attempting to murder the Empress's sister sent her straight into the dungeon. A woman with no real talent and a strong fear of death would inevitably contact Pei Lang's remaining spies in the palace to save her. But who was Pei Lang? A woman who had lost all usefulness wasn't worth risking himself for. Yet Ning Jiji hated my sister and me to the core. Revenge was inevitable, so I sent my sister back to the general's residence, leaving me as her only bargaining chip. The moment I learned she'd contacted the spies, I went to the dungeon, only to be knocked out and brought here. I stepped on Pei Lang's throat and said lightly,
Do you know why the ministers never supported you as emperor? Because with your level of intelligence, you still dared dream of the throne.
Pei Lang was so furious that he spat blood. Peiyu quietly reminded me,
Your Majesty, there's blood on your shoes.
Then you can carry me back later.
His eyes lit up instantly.
Then step on it a few more times.
The Emperor's thoughts, yes. Carrying the Empress back to the palace. Wow, I was so frightened today. Resting for 7 days afterward isn't too much, right? I'm spending all 7 days sticking close to the Empress. At that point, I had no words. Pei Lang died out in the desolate wilderness, and both Peiyu and I felt unexpectedly lighthearted. On the way back, he carried me on his back, each step steady and unhurried. Our two shadows tangled together on the ground, overlapping as one.
Empress,
Yes,
I wish to spend every year and every lifetime with you.
I feel the same.
Thank you for listening beneath the moonlight. If this story touched your heart, remember to subscribe to Moonlit Love Stories for more tales of love and destiny. Until we meet again, may the moonlight keep you company.